Hey, what is going on, guys? And welcome to another episode of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, where today I have a Savage Opress Zeta Phase 3 solo guide that I'm really excited to share with you all today. Now, Savage Opress and his Zeta have been known to do a solo run in Phase 1 of the HAAT and get some good damage in. If you want to see the whole strategy in action, it's really cool. Click on the card in the top right corner. It will take you to Mick Moul2's video. As you know, he makes some great HAAT guys, so check that out. And we have a lot of definitions on what solo means when it comes to the raids. In this video, the context of this type of solo of the HAAT is taking in a single character who can survive long enough on their own to put in some good damage all by themselves. This definition of soloing is a really important strategy, especially for those who might not have big inventories of characters or Grand Admiral Thrawn, but may have a few characters that are geared up and some with Zeta upgrades. So essentially, you might have a few characters and you're trying to get the biggest bang out of your buck for the HAAT, and apparently Savage Opress and his Zeta do amazing things for Phase 1, and today I will show you how he can do a similar thing for Phase 3 and go in by himself and get you quite a decent amount of damage. To my knowledge, there are no other videos out there as of now that showcases this strategy with Savage Opress, and hypothetically, if you have the time and decent luck with escaping, he can solo the entire Phase 3 by escaping and constantly coming in. The individual who sent me this gameplay told me they were able to get over 1 million damage in less than an hour, but if you're only doing a couple takes, you can definitely get a couple 100,000 damage. And on that topic of the individual who sent me this gameplay, they wanted me to give their guild a shout out, the Omega Templars. Awesome work discovering this strategy, and hopefully this will be useful for you. But let's get into it and talk about what is needed to make this strategy successful. Now, there's a little bit of pre-work needed to make this strategy work with Savage Opress and his Zeta, and for him going in by himself. First of all, you will need the Zeta upgrade on Savage Opress's unique called Brute. I did an in-depth review on Savage Opress, so check that guide out if you want to learn all about him. But pretty much with his Zeta upgrade, he gains heal over time each time he is damaged, alongside some other things, and has a 100% chance to gain 30% turn meter, and most importantly, dispels all debuffs on him whenever he is critically hit. The Zeta upgrade will be crucial because it ensures he is surviving for a long time with all the heal over time bonuses piling up, and he will be able to retaliate really quickly with all the turn meter bonuses he is constantly getting from all the droids attacking him. The second requirement is you need to mod his health to be over 30,000. The higher, the better, because you want his health pool to be incredibly high so he can take a beating and gain a lot of health whenever he gains those heals over time. This shouldn't be too difficult to do. His health is around 23,533 before modding him, so giving him a bunch of health mod sets and a bunch of health primary and secondaries will really help bump that health as high as you possibly can. While we are on the topic of modding, the third thing you really should try to do is bump up his tenacity as high as he possibly can with the mods that you possess. The reason why tenacity is so important for Savage Opress is because in Phase 3 there is the chance that he can get healing immunity applied to him, which prevents him from healing himself on his own. The fourth thing, speaking of tenacity, is you will need the Omega upgrade for his leadership, because when you give him the Omega, he gains 30% tenacity and he gains a ton of defense from his own leadership. So that is really important to also make sure that it is upgraded before you start tossing Savage Opress in Phase 3 of the HAAT. The last thing that you will require before tossing Savage Opress in Phase 3 is you need to bring in some sort of suicide squad to bring all the droids down to 50% health or lower, aka make their health turn yellow. So you only really need one suicide squad to go in, knock down the health of 50% on all those droids, and the main purpose of doing this is when you finally bring Savage Opress into battle on his own, the B2 rocket trooper uses something called directing fire on one of the B1 droids at random, and you want to be able to instantly crush the droid who received the orders with Savage's overpower. Whenever any of those droids are below 50%, overpower instantly defeats them, and once that droid revives eventually, all you need to do is weaken that one droid back to under 50% health. So that's all the pre-work you need to do. It's nothing too crazy, but there are some things that need to be in place before this works successfully. But let's say you got all that pre-work done. The strategy is actually very straightforward. Savage will be hit a ton, meaning he will gain a lot of turn meter, offense up, defense up, and especially lots of heal over times. He's going to be very durable. He'll be able to take a lot of punches due to his high durability, and he'll be able to put some decent damage on the B2 Rocket Trooper due to his good damage output paired with all the offense ups he will be getting. During Savage's time in Phase 3, you're just going to want to continue to smack the B2 Rocket Trooper, so you're applying damage for that particular phase and only attacking B1 droids that receive directing fire from the B2 Rocket Trooper, and only attacking B1 droids to ensure they are under 50% health just in case they receive the orders once more. And because of directing fire, you want to save overpower only for when a droid receives those orders to use their special. And in case you don't know what directing fire is, pretty much only look for the green symbol that might be above a B1 battle droid with the white triangle inside of it. That's the droid you want to make sure does not take a turn, because that will really disrupt your whole run with Savage Opress. So it's just going to be a continued cycle. Attack the B2 Rocket Trooper. Once a B1 battle droid receives the orders, you want to take out that one droid and only attack the B1 battle droid once it revives, and you just need to knock it down below 50% health. And the last thing really comes down to escaping. It's a really important mechanic to keep Savage Opress constantly going in for Phase 3 attempts. Savage Opress is going to get in a lot of turns, and once you notice that Enrage is coming in about 10 turns, you want to start trying to escape. With all the quick turn meter Savage Opress will be getting every time he is damaged, you should have roughly 3 attempts to escape before Enrage finally occurs. So pretty much you have about 3+ chances at a 40% rate to get Savage Opress out of battle and toss him right back in so he can go in and pile up some more damage for you. I have one bonus tip I want to share with you. It's not necessary whatsoever, but in case you want to be on the safe side, once you start your round with Savage Opress, you can turn on airplane mode on your device, go through the run, and in case Savage Opress gets defeated, the round will not save the progress. So close out the game, open it back up, and when you come back in, you will notice that Savage Opress is not defeated. But let's say the round is good, just turn off that airplane mode so the damage can save towards your progress. But there you have it. That is the whole strategy. It's nothing overly complicated. Just make sure all that pre-work stuff is ready to go, so when you toss in Savage Opress, he can just do some work. And hopefully this strategy does help a lot of you out who might have Savage Opress Zeta but might not have many great Phase 3 AAT teams to toss in. Back when I made my Savage Opress in-depth review a couple months ago, I said Savage Opress was not really AAT viable. That is totally wrong. In recent weeks, we found out he's great for Phase 1, and with this video, we now know he is great for Phase 3 as well, to put in some damage and make some more use out of those Zeta mat upgrades you may have put into Savage Opress. This strategy will also work for non-heroic AAT attempts, but most likely many of you who have a Zeta on Savage Opress may be participating in the heroic AAT, so it is good to note this does work for no matter what type of AAT you're participating in, but you just need that Zeta mat upgrade on Savage Opress is unique. So hopefully this video was helpful. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to leave me a like. Also comment down below on what you think of this strategy. Are you using it now? Is it great? Love to hear your thoughts. I'll let a couple more minutes play out so you can constantly see some more footage of Savage Opress in action, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. More videos soon to come, and we will talk again very soon. Peace out.